You can kindly unmute and tell us how your day was, whether it was great.
Good evening. Yeah, doing well, thank you.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Okay, so we are going to start today's session. So I'll be sharing my screen. Notify me if you see my screen. Okay, that's good to hear. So I'm going to install the Elementor plugin, then we take it from there. So today we are going to talk a bit more on templates and how to use the the builder, that is the Elementor builder, and also we go through some of the themes that you can look at and where you can get them. So yesterday we talked about theme forest. So those of you who don't know theme forest is a commerce site where you can buy WordPress themes, WordPress templates, so that you can use on your site. So let's say you are building an e-commerce website, you need an e-commerce theme, and later you can go for an e-commerce template. And most times the themes comes along with a template. So when you buy a theme, there's no need to buy a template because it comes along with a template. If your theme does not come along with a template, then you have to get a template to go along with it. So when you come to theme forest, you can go to e-commerce. Let's say you want to build a blog. You can have several examples of blogs. You can go through them, the one that suits your budget and it's also user friendly or nice, and you can go along with it. You purchase, then all of them have an installation manual, how you can install it on your WordPress website. So let's preview this. All of them have an installation manual, so for this you can read everything about it, and you get to know how to install it and use it as your own website that you've created. So I'll preview how it looks like when it fully loads, but we are going to talk also about posts and pages in WordPress. So when we talk about posts in WordPress, they are blog posts. They basically refer to blog posts. And when we talk about pages, they are the individual pages that your website has. So let me share my screen for the option that I clicked on. So for the website that I clicked on, this is how it looks. So in case you purchase it, this is how it will look for you, and you can choose to change how it looks to how you prefer it to look. So I'm going to use this to explain the page in WordPress. So for an example, this is our logo, this is our menu. For navigation, this is our menu. You can see this is our menu, and there's also some icons which will also lead us to somewhere. So there's the cat, there's a search bar, and some extended menu, and there's bookmarks. So for an example, this home page, you can see that it has so many pages. So in WordPress, when you create a page is just one file. So this whole home page is one page. So we'll be creating our own pages in WordPress. We'll create a page, then we will edit it using the Elementor. So for an example, let me go to home page 2, and we can create something similar to this. Okay, so let's go to our home page, our WordPress. and I'll show you how you can create a page. Then when we are done, we are going to install a template that has several pages created for us, and all we will be doing is to edit it, which will be a bit simpler and quite easy. So I have my Elementor installed. The Elementor is a page builder plugin. A plugin adds extra functionality to your WordPress website. So this particular plugin is used to edit pages and blog posts. So if you want to create a page, you come here, pages. You can view all pages, or you can create straight away a page from there. So we have 1, 2, 3 pages. We don't need any of them. We are going to create our own page. So add new page. This is where you go to create a new page. Add new page. Okay, so this is our introduction to adding a new page. This is using the basic Gutenberg Elementor plugin. So you go to next, or you can just cancel it. So these are showing you how you can use the default WordPress page editor to edit your web page. So the default WordPress editor uses widgets. It's also a drag and drop. So after that, this is where you type the name of your page. So we are going to say home page. Okay, so home page, and make sure that when you are naming your pages, you don't have the same keyword appearing multiple times. Let's say you have about us 2 times. You should go do away with it. Like, you have to get single pages for these type of files. So you go to publish, then confirm, publish. So the visibility, you can choose who gets access to the page. You can do the password protected, so that if a user wants to open that page, they have to enter a specific password before they can view it. And with the publishing, this works best for blog posts. So when you want to post a specific blog post or article, and you want to schedule it, maybe you are doing it tomorrow, but you want it to appear on your website tomorrow morning, or let's say next week. So you can schedule it, and when you click publish, it will be in the system, but it will not be available to users until the specific date. So that's how this one works. Okay, so we are going to set it to public, then we publish. Okay, so like I said, we will not be using the default WordPress editor, but we are going to be using Elementor. So you come to this side and you click edit with Elementor. And most of the times, if you don't have strong internet, the loading wouldn't be fast, and it will try and show you some errors and stuff, but it's not an error. It's basically because your internet is a bit slow. So you check your internet, then you retry. So that's it for Elementor. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of an introduction to the Elementor interface. So to your left, there is a panel there. So this panel has the basic components of building your site. So it has containers, like you see this for layout, and under the basic we have the heading, image, text editor for adding text. So this two is for adding text, this for adding image, this for adding a video, this for adding a button. You can also as well make a heading tag, a button, but it depends. So divider, spacer to bring space between your elements. So there's a Google map, there's an icon. So this pro version, they are components, but they are on a pro level. You have to pay before you can get access to them. But there is a way to get similar components or widgets for your website without having to pay. You can get a plugin that has these widgets or similar widgets, then you can use them. Okay, so when we go below, we have the general. The general also has some widgets inside, so I'm going to show you how they all work. Okay, so similar to what we saw, we are going to create. So before you can create a pretty good website, if you want to do from scratch, then you would have to learn about website layout, how to lay out your website. If you want to do from scratch layout, or if you want to go deep into website design, website building, you have to learn about website layout, how you can position, where to put what, right, how to make it a bit more beautiful. You learn about colors, the color theory, so that you'll be able to appreciate colors and be able to make decisions with regards to how to make your website look beautiful. So that's it for that. So I'm going to use a container. The container basically is to give us a place to put our widget. So this is a one container. You can make it double. So you can see that. So let me delete this container and start by getting. Okay, so right click. Oh, where is my right click? Okay, so right click and get your structure. I'm going to use the structure here. So for your first site, you create. I'm going to use Flexbox. There's a CSS type Flexbox. Then the designs are going to go down, so you can choose how to structure your website. So whether you have 1 by 3, 4, 1 by 3. So there's divided. When you divide it into 4, there's 1, and this spans to 3. There's 1, 1, 1, so 4. So let's choose. I'm going to choose something like this. Okay. So with this is a container. There's another container, and there's the overall container. So I'm going to create an extra one to. Let me choose this. Okay. So you can see that this has a container inside. This container is different from this container, right? So you can see it's a container. So when you go inside a container, you can have two containers. That's this one and this container. And inside the container, we don't have anything there. So when you put something there, it would also show. So this container has nothing in it. So you're going to put. So when you select these containers, this is how your interface will be looking like. But you want to go to where this is, so you can click outside to get this. Or when you have this and you want to go back, you can come and click on add an element to get back to this place. So when you watch tutorials online, this is a bit different because they've updated their interface. This is very recent, a recent upgrade. Before it wasn't looking like this. So let's say add an image. So you select, you click on it, you drag, then you put it in the container where you want to put it. So here is it. Then I want to change positions, so I can swap the positions. And it didn't work, so you can undo by clicking your keyboard Ctrl Z to undo. I want to swap the positions. Let's see if it will work. Okay, so it worked. So that I have the bigger side to my left. So I pick the, I'm going to take the image and put it here. Okay, edit. Edit. Please let
Please,
me hear you.
that if you can go a little slowly because
Yeah, a
I'm
little
totally,
less. Okay,
I'm not following at all.
okay, okay.
So I was at the place where you said to tap on the elemental editor. And
Um,
then,
Before this, or was it before I got to this place, or how to drag and drop into this place?
how you drag and drop.
Okay, how you drag and drop. Okay, so after you've created your containers, you
No,
can click.
actually,
Uh-huh.
okay, you continue. Maybe after the lesson. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to drag the whole class back. So
Okay, no problem.
okay.
Okay, so let me do it one more time. So let's say this text box, right? If you want to bring it to your website, where your website is, you click it, then without leaving the mouse, you drag it to where you want to put it. Then you leave it. You see that it will fill the space, right? Then you can double click on it if you want to change it here, or when you come to your left side, you can change it here. So let's say welcome. Welcome to certificate word. Okay, so you can have it like that. So like I said, websites have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this is our HTML, right? But you can see that our HTML has a color. But when we built it, we didn't give it any color. This color is being taken from our theme source. So if you want your, so every text that we pull in here will have this color. If we want it to be very easy, let's say the site that we are building, we want all the headings to have a black color. We change it in the theme section, and everything that we bring, every text that we bring in here would be black. So for here, if you want to change it from where we are right now to on your left panel, you can see that we have content, and we also have style, and we have advanced. So there's an advanced CSS style. There's the basic CSS style. So when you click on the style and you come below, you can see heading, right? It is a drop down. So when you click on it, when you open it, it will be opened, and we have alignment. So the alignment, let me um, do this so that you can see that the feature of the alignment. Okay, so this aligned left, aligned center, aligned right, and this justified. So this is the same as alignment in Microsoft Word. So those of us who know Microsoft Word, this text alignment, and below it we have the text color. So when you click on the text color, you can change the color of the text. So this one changes between the colors, and this one you can use it to select which one is appropriate for whatever you're doing. I'm going to go with a blue, something similar to what is at the very top. Okay, this is quite better. Okay, then you can click outside and it will take effect. Below it is typography. So your typography is the text itself. So this pen tool, you can click on it, and the typography is it's a pop-up that will open. There's a font family. Caroline, you can't see my screen. Please, who else can't see my screen? Is it from Carolyn's side only, or it's everyone's side? Okay, you can see now. Okay, that's good. Someone raised their hand. Okay, I think we are okay. Okay, so continuing the typography, when you click on it, the font family. So the font family, let's say I change it to Rosario, see that it will change. So it would affect just the text that you are working on. But when you change it in the theme customization, it would affect every text. So be mindful of that. Okay, so that's how it works. Let's say this, this I can't see. One of my favorite fonts is either Enter or Montserrat. They are a bit legible, so Enter, Montserrat, or Roboto. And there's the font size. So you can see that the size we have desktop here. So when you click on it, you can see that we have desktop, we have um, we have tablet portrait, and we also have mobile portrait. So if you want the font size to be different for every device, you can set it here. Or you see this, we have desktop, tablet, and portrait. I usually don't set it here. Okay, I usually don't set it here because it's quite stressful for me. So when I'm doing desktop, I do all desktop here. When I'm done, I come to the tablet, I click on it, I do all tablets. Then when I'm done, I go to mobile portrait, I do all portraits, and that's quite easy for me. So depend on which customization is easy for you, then you go with it. So let's, and to your right, you can see the px. Ps means pixels. So when you go, you have em, and you have rem, and you have vw. These are css units. Like we have units of measurement, cm, so centimeter, meter, and yard, pounds, so those kind of units for measurement. In websites, these are units of measurement. So depend on the size that you want, would be accompanied by these. And these are different because they all have different values or different ways they behave. So let's try the pixels. So 6 pixels, that's how 6 pixels look like. 1 pixel, that's how 1 pixel look like. You can't see anything. Let's say 50 pixels, that's how 50 pixels looks like. So now let's change our pixels to m, right? So let's say 5m. You see how pixels and m are quite different. 5 pixels was very small, but 5m, see how big it is. So you can imagine 1m, 2, then 3. Okay, then let's try rem. So what I know is rem is 2 times of 16 pixels. So one rem is 16 pixels, sorry. 1 rem is 16 pixels. Then 2 rem is 2 times of 16 pixels. Then so the number multiplied by 16 will give you pixels. Okay, so that is it for this. And VW. So VW is view width. View width. So the view width is the total width that we see. So every view width, every device's view width is different. So your computers at your home have a different view width than my computer. So the desktop screen that we use, you see that we all have different sizes. Some is long, some is short. So your view width is the width of your device, the screen, the width of it. So if yours is small, when you use let's say 10% view width, the size of 10% view width on your screen will not be the same 10% size on my screen, because we have different sizes. We also have view height. So the same with view height. Some computers are small, the monitor is small, some is big, some is way bigger, others use a TV, right? So depends on the size, that will show how the text or how the elements you are giving that particular unit will look like. So I've used this to explain the unit. I think we are all okay with it. So let me enter 10, let's say 2. So there's 2 view width. So I think the RAM is quite okay. I use 3M and it's quite okay. And width is the width of your text, as simple as that. So these are normal CSS. So uppercase, lowercase, capitalize. Let's capitalize. No, I think uppercase should be okay. And style, normal. So these are like formatting in Word, simple formatting in Word, like something similar to that, and it's easy to understand. So we have line height, that's the height between the words if they come below, and letter spacing. So as the word says, it's quite easy to understand and easy to use. There's word spacing, kind of very easy. Okay, so that's with the typography. This is a text stroke, right? So this messing around with the CSS of your, how do you call it? Okay, I think if you can't see my screen, it might be because of your internet. So kindly refresh, then I think everything will come out looking great. Okay, so let's go around the advanced. So this is how the advanced looks like. It's a bit overwhelming at first, but when you start using it, it becomes a bit easy. So those of us who are very new to websites or web design or web development, so you are going to look at margin and padding. So margin is the space. So we are treating this element as a box, right? This element as a box. So the space outside the box. So the element is a box and it has content inside it. So the edge of the box and outside the box, that is our margin. And a padding is the edge of the box, then inside towards the element inside the box. If I was able to do justice to that. Let me know if you understand the margin and padding concept. So it's used to give space, right? But depending on the specific need that you are looking at, you would have to know whether to use margin or padding. It depends. So they are always used to give space around your element. So with this one, it's called the link values together. So when you link values together, all the 4 sizes will be the same value. But if you unlink it, you can choose to give it specific values. And this is how it looks like. Do you get it here? Right, so you give the left 60, so like now that. So when we go below, that's the width. You want it to go forward. So I want the main 10 to go forward. So you go advanced, then you go forward. And it does not even show the width. Okay, so no problem with that. So we're doing the text. Okay, so pattern. So you can see that the pattern 2 is giving us similar, but actually it's not similar. They are kind of very different. But because looking like this, because there is nothing to actually distinguish it. Okay, then we have alignment. So the alignment works in a similar way. Let me make it 0 and here to 0. Okay, there's nothing to show for the alignment. Okay, then position, we'll not treat this because it's a bit advanced. And the z-index. The z-index shows the position, whether it's on top, below. So it's in the form of like putting cards on top of each other. So the one that you want to come on top will have the highest value. So for something like this one, the z-index can be, let's say, 20, right? And this one's z-index will be just 1. Then I'm going to set the left to negative. You see that it has gone below it, right? Because the z-index is lower than that of the image. So let's make it opposite. This is going to be 50, right? 50. Now when you have made it 50, it has come on top of it, because the z-index of the image is 20 and 50 is higher than 20. So that's how the z-index works. So it's like putting cards on top of each other. The one with the highest number will come on top. So in case in your design you want something to come on top of something to get it to look in a certain way, you can use the z-index to make it look like that. So that is it with the widgets. We'll dive more into it when we are creating our page using the template. We'll go more into it. So the image, let's lastly do the image. So let me delete this. Okay, so the image, you click on the image, you go to content, you click here, you can choose an image, then you are good to go. So you can upload, so you from where you pick your files, you click, then you can choose a file from your desktop, then you upload and it will show. So let's go back. You come here. I don't even know how to go back from this new. Okay, I think I would know. Okay, so you click on this to exit. This is quite new. This is very new. A very new interface. But it looks quite easy. Okay, so you are going back. We are going to install the template. The template that we used yesterday. That is the starter template. So you go to plugins. If those of you who weren't able to install it, then we are going to install a template. So when we talk about template is the layout of a basic page. So instead of doing it yourself, someone has done it for you. Then all you have to do is to edit it and you are good to go. So here is our starter template. So if up to now you don't you are lost or something, rest assured, be steady. What we did was just to get yourself to familiarize yourself with the tools inside Elementor, right? It could be a bit overwhelming at first, but don't let it overwhelm you. So I've installed it and we are going to use a classic template. So someone should give us an idea so that we create a website for it, whether a store, a basic page, a blog, whatever. Someone should go up with an idea. Or so, for example, a grocery store, for example, a business for a software company. So, but I want to take an idea from you guys, then we search for a template for that idea. You can type it in the comment section, or you can unmute and speak. I'm waiting for your responses. Anything.
Baby, pharmacy, I'm calling the kinema.
Hello. Um, hello guys. Please, are you still with me? Why is everyone quiet? Hello everyone. Miss Edith, Caroline, Adamu. I don't know why everyone is quiet. I don't know whether I'm being heard. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, I was saying that we want to build a website, right? So I want someone to come up with, let's say, an idea or something we can build for, so that we use it as an example to select a template for it, so that it wouldn't be that what I'm doing it because I know how to do it, right? So which will be quite easy for some of you to assimilate, and without that today we are not moving. So someone should come up with something, let's say a blog for something. So I'm waiting for you guys.
Let's build a fashion blog.
Okay, a fashion blog.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. So I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to select, so we are looking for a blog. Okay, so a blog, so let's say fashion blog. I think quite easy to find. Okay, so you can see that some of it we have premium. The premiums you have to pay before you can get access to it, as simple as that. But the ones that do not have premium attached to it, you can use it for free. If you see a premium and that is definitely what you want, please don't think about the money, go for it. As simple as that, go for it. Most times we think about how much money we are taking from our pocket, and we will go for just anything that does not look nice at the end. So if you are going to make this a business, go for very good stuff. So I'm going through it. If you see something that is free and it catches your attention, let's go for it. It doesn't have to be fashion. Like when you see it's a blog, that's okay. I think where we are going is a bit too far. Okay, it has even ended, so I'm going a bit up, and I think the first thing we saw was a bit okay. I think this is a bit okay, but this also has fashion images in it, so we don't have to stress so much. So you click on it. When you click on it, you can see that on your left you have text, right? That's your typography. So which typography you want the whole website to have, the feel of it. So you can choose the typography that you prefer. I think this kind of style is looking okay. And your overall color, the color that you want to use, I think this should be okay. Something a bit of here, or something down, original. Okay, so there's your logo. You can upload a new logo. We don't have a logo yet, so later. Then you come back to continue. Okay, we skipped this step. So submit and build my site. This is optional, by the way. You can choose to enter your details in it. So we are building our site, and all the images will be free stock images. When we say free stock, they are images that you can use without having to pay for them, or when someone says you use them, they cannot send you to court or have a lawsuit against you. So as a designer, as a developer, be mindful of the images that you pick online. You don't just go to Google, download an image, put it on your site. If that image has copyright on it and you infringe on it, you can be sued, and you can either take your website down or send you to court, depending on how they can contact you, or they can fine you and you would have to pay. So I would show you two sites that you can get free images and videos for your website. If you don't have images at hand, you can just go there, download nice images, come and put it on your site, and you're good to go. Okay, so we are visiting our dashboard. Then we go to our pages. We're going to view all our pages. We are going to delete the ones that we don't need. That is this one and the sample page. And which one are we deleting? I don't even know. What is this? So let me view this. Hold on. Okay, I know. Okay, so I know which one to delete, and this one. These are I will not need them. That's why I'm deleting them. Okay, so we have home, contact, blog, then privacy. So you can see that the home has front page right attached to it. It is a blog. If you want your blog to have the blog as your home page, I'm going to show you how you can do it. So I don't know whether it's writing or reading. Okay, I think it's reading. Okay, so what we discussed earlier. So your home page displays. So what do you want your home page to display? We want our home page to display latest post, static page. If we say static page, then you have to choose it. So you can see that now that we have 3 pages, you can see that we have 3 pages here. So if you have 10 pages, you have 10 pages here. You can select blog. Also, when someone enters your domain, they will go straight to the blog post. That is your home page, right? And your post page, the post page is the blog. So we can't have post page and home page to be the same. For our specific blog, we want our home to be the home page, then the post page to be our blog. And how many blog posts you want to show at a time? I think 20 is okay. Then you click on save changes. So it's changes saved. So let's view how the site is looking like. Then we will make a few changes to it using the Elementor. Then we close for today. Okay, so I'm going to share the tab. Please do you see my screen? So this is the template that we installed, and now the template is our website. So you can now, the template is our website. So now there's no images of a Ghanaian fashion blog, right? So these are blog posts. Then contact us page, right? Okay, so let's go back to our dashboard. Then let's go to our pages. But let me show you where you can find a post. So this is the post. So these are the posts on it. If you want to create a post, you just come here, you click on it, you type, you add images, and you are good to go. It's as simple as that. So let's look at how we can do some very basic changes. You go to edit, then we are going to edit with Elementor, because that's our website builder. I'm going to send you where you can get free images, the site that you can get free images into your groups. So the first one is pexels.com, and the second one is pixabay.com. And for videos, you can look at unsplash.com. So that is for pictures, and the same sites you can get videos from there. So like 3 of them you can get free videos and pictures. Okay, so you are going to edit with Elementor. You are going to download a free image, an African fashion. So I like to use Pexels. Okay, so we're going to download, so let's say African fashion. And let's see what we get. I want the picture to be landscape. So filter, horizontal, because of how you want to use it. I think this is okay. It looks nice, but I don't know how it would fit for what we are going to use it. Okay, let's think of this. Well, let me download it because of time. So we download it. Okay, and back to where we are going to edit it. Our Elementor is opened, so we have our website here. So we have to change this image too. We are going to change the image below it. So you can see that let's open our navigator. That's our structure. If you are, so you don't get lost. Open the structure outside of it. Wow. Okay. I want to figure out where the image is exactly, because it is a field. So there is only a text. Let me refresh the page. Okay, so for an example, let's change the text. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I now understand. This website is kind of a lazy work, and for they didn't use Elementor to build it. That's why it's looking like this. But we are still going to change some of the. Okay, so there's it. They didn't use Elementor to build it. They used the original WordPress editor to build it. That's why it's looking like that. So what do we change first? Let's create your own style with set. Okay, so when you go to the style, it has the image there. So we're going to change the image to the one that we downloaded. Go to my desktop, my downloads where I downloaded it. And over here, I want to teach you something. We have alt text, title, caption, the description. So whenever you are creating a website, be mindful of the alternative text. So alternative text is the text that appears in case your website does not deliver the image. In case your website does not show the image, or let's say internet issues, the image is not loaded because it's heavy or something happens, or it's being deleted, the alternative text will show. And it also helps people who are blind and are using assistive tools, like visually impaired and are using assistive tools, either blind or cannot see clearly. So the assistive tool will read to them, so it reads the description of the image. So you can do it here. So the title too, so everything here, and when you're done, you click on select and it would replace it. So see how we have replaced our image over here, looking a bit okay. So the text over to here. Please show by hand those of you who know this tool. GPT, chat GPT. Show by hand. Okay, Caroline, Precious. Okay, that is great. So basically, when I'm building a site, I have so many things going on. I'm replying WhatsApp text messages, I'm designing, I'm building a site. At times I do multiple things at the same time, and having to think about what to type at times becomes an issue. So I use an AI to generate the text content of the site I'm building, in case my client does not give me content to put on, right? So I make sure that I put text that feels a bit okay on the website. And so if you don't know ChatGPT, you can research into that and create an account, and you can use it to create content for your website. I'm going to download another image too for that site. Then this should be okay. Okay, so I'm changing this image to it's not showing. Whoa. Okay, it's not accepting it. I think because the size of it is, it's not even huge, but it's not accepting it. But basically that. So I'm going to set up. I'm going to put. Can we do groupings tonight? How many are we? So that we choose our ideas to build on. Then we start selecting templates. Then we try out the template. If it works, then we start building on it for our final project. So that as I'm teaching, you're also building your final project. So this part is also very similar to the Elementor. But because this page was not built using Elementor, it's becoming very hard to use Elementor to edit it. That is why I came back. But I don't use the default to edit my pages. But when the need be that you use it, it's similar to that of the Elementor. So I think that would be for tonight's session. I know most of you would have questions because tonight's session was a bit too much. So kindly pardon.